So what if I told you that a 2,000-year-old text holds some of the most powerful keys to successful, ethical business management today? Well, that's exactly what we're going to explore. We're about to unlock some profound leadership principles from a really potent critique found in the Gospel of Luke.
Okay, let's just dive right in with a question that, really gets to the heart of a huge challenge for modern leaders. It's about that gap between what your company says it is and what it actually does. Is that mission statement you have on the wall a mirror, or is it just a mask?
In this explainer, we're going to unpack this short but incredibly sharp passage. And what we're going to find are these core principles for authenticity and justice that are, frankly, startlingly relevant for business today. You might be surprised how much it sounds like it's talking directly to the 21st century corporate world. So where does this all come from? The framework we're looking at comes from a direct challenge Jesus made to the religious leaders of his day. And he called out two massive failures that are just as dangerous in a modern boardroom as they were back then: hypocrisy and, get this, gatekeeping knowledge.
Now, this first critique, wow, it's a powerful one. It's all about performative honor. See, it's easy to build monuments to the heroes of the past, right? To celebrate the visionaries who are safely tucked away in the history books. The real test, the real challenge, is how you treat the disruptive, innovative, and maybe even uncomfortable voices of the present.
So how does an ancient critique like that apply to business now? Well, it's a perfect diagnosis for a super common corporate pitfall, focusing all your energy on what things look like on the outside while completely neglecting the integrity of what's happening on the inside.
And what's so fascinating here is the direct parallel you can draw. On one side, you've got that glossy exterior, the perfect ethics code, the feel-good social responsibility ads. But on the other side, the reality might be a toxic culture where new ideas are shot down or where employees aren't treated right. The critique is about that gap, that lack of coherence between the two.
Okay, so that was hypocrisy. The second major failure that Jesus points out is about hoarding a critical asset. And it's not money, it's knowledge. He literally condemns leaders for taking away the key of knowledge.
And this is so crucial. The key of knowledge isn't just about data or secret information. It's everything your team needs to grow and succeed. The training, the tools, the autonomy. An oppressive leader clutches that key tightly. They create dependency and control, and in doing so, they literally block the path to success for everyone, including themselves.
This really brings us to a fundamental choice that every single leader has to make. Are you going to be a gatekeeper, hoarding the keys and controlling who gets in? Or are you going to be a liberator, someone who makes copies of the keys and empowers your whole team to open their own doors?
And you can just see the difference so clearly here. On one side, the oppressive leader becomes a bottleneck. Everything has to go through them. They become a single point of failure. But on the other side, the liberating leader becomes a catalyst. They build a team of leaders, and in doing so, they unlock the potential of the entire organization. And sharing the keys, it's not some vague, abstract idea. It's about taking concrete actions. It means investing in your team's skills, trusting them with real responsibility, and making sure they have the absolute best resources to get the job done. This is how you shift from controlling to truly empowering.
Now, this passage does more than just offer a critique. It also describes something like a natural law of how justice and accountability work. And these are timeless principles that are in motion whether we choose to pay attention to them or not.
The text suggests there are always warning signs, these prophetic voices that we have to choose to listen to. It could be that one courageous employee who speaks up in a meeting or an audit that uncovers a serious flaw. Ignoring those warnings doesn't make the problem vanish. It just means that, eventually, accountability will come knocking. Sooner or later, reality always catches up.
So, when you pull this all together, what do you get? You get a really clear, actionable framework for leadership that's rooted in this ancient wisdom. It calls for radical integrity, for a style of leadership that empowers, not controls. It demands a willingness to listen to hard truths and an understanding that every action has a consequence.
And that really leaves us with a final thought, a question for you to reflect on as a leader, whether it's a piece of information, a new skill, or maybe just a bit more trust and autonomy. What is the one key you can give to your team today to help unlock their full potential?
Hey, if you found this breakdown valuable, please give it a like and share it with other leaders you know who might get something out of this timeless perspective. Thanks so much for watching.
Um oferecimento máximo Brasil Manutenção. Excelência em manutenção. Segurança e qualidade do início ao fim. Obras, reformas e segurança do trabalho.